What is going on, everyone? It's Keith here. Attention is the new currency. That is what Gary Vee said all the time.
Like, nothing is more valuable than attention. It's the only, I literally value attention equal to oxygen. I care about your attention. Because if I have your attention, if I'm good enough after that point, I can sell you.
The reality is, it's not just online marketing or business. This concept virtually applies to every aspect of your life. If you can easily become the center of attention and without going through many struggles, then you go very far in life. And being an extrovert seems to have a significant edge in that. Well, they just don't seem to feel nervous when they approach strangers. They're more energetic, charming, and convincing as they speak. And it feels like it's their second nature to do public speaking or presentation. So they're bound to have more luck in life, relationship, and career. Being an introvert myself, I used to feel myself being inferior to the extroverts. Sure, we introverts might be better listeners and thinkers, or maybe a bit more observant as well. But so what? We could have the best idea in the world, but what's good with it if we can't share it with the other people? So my original belief is extroverts are going to take up all the spotlights, and as introverts like me, the best bet is to work on my craft quietly. And maybe one day, someone will recognize my effort and contribution. Oh boy, that was a terrible thought, and it couldn't be any further from the truth. Introvert can also shine and grab attention from others. And as an introvert myself, I want to share with you what I have gone through and how to overcome the fear to approach other people to reclaim the spotlight so that it's easier for us to achieve success. Hello everyone, my name is Keith So and I create content about career empowerment for young professionals. If you found my video helpful, be sure to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell. That will mean a lot to me. If I ask you what's the definition of introverts and extroverts, chances are you say the extroverts are the rowdy ones that are good at socializing and seem to always have fun in the party. Introverts, on the other hand, are the shy ones, not good with people, and they rarely speak up. If these are your answers, I can't say it's entirely wrong, but you didn't seem to see the full picture of it. A more precise definition is introverts recharge their energy and focus when they are alone, and extroverts recharge when they are with people. Well, indeed, it's easier for extroverts to network with other people because that is how they replenish their energy. But that doesn't mean introverts can't socialize with others. As long as they have sufficient energy, they can still perform well if required. The fact is, many world-class public speakers or sales persons, they're all introverts as well. It's so important to make it clear because the previous recognition suggests that we are born to be good or not good about something, which is not true. And that could lead us to develop a fixed mindset, which is going to be harmful for your personal development journey. You have to remember that anyone can learn people's skills, and it doesn't matter whether you're an introvert or an extrovert. Well, generally speaking, we don't like to take the initiative unless required, such as reaching out to others and voicing out our opinion. Sadly, if we want to become more successful, we can't really avoid that. If we want to get a new business partner, if we want to find a new client, or even hitting up a crush, in most cases, if you don't start the conversation, nothing will happen, and you could be missing out a lot. Can you remember the time that you could have taken action but didn't, and then you went back home regretting and beating yourself up? I mean, I have experienced a lot of that before. One time in a meetup event, there's one girl that I find really attractive, and throughout the whole event, we got along pretty well, but I chickened out. I didn't dare to ask for her contact details. And then what's next?
The next day,
I never get to see her again. I missed out big time. So let me repeat it again. Taking initiative is so important because that's how we expand our network and expose to more opportunities. Most of us knew that already, but why don't we do that often? Because of one simple reason. We are afraid of rejection. Now, before we see the benefits of connecting with other people, we often get intimidated by the thought of being rejected. What if that person doesn't like the idea? What if I look like a fool? What if they find me annoying? How about we wait and let them approach us first? These kind of thoughts could become excuses for not taking action, and if you give in, you will end up doing nothing, which is not ideal. So earlier we have identified that the fear of rejection could hold us back, and the question is, how do we handle it? Of course, we can practice by talking to strangers more, because as I mentioned in this video earlier, it is just a numbers game. But it will help you better if you understand one thing here. Always remember that people are more forgiving and willing to connect than you think. You're worried about being rejected because they might tell you off in the face and you might feel awkward about it. But the truth is, many people actually appreciate it when you reach out and attempt to break the ice. It doesn't have to be that complicated. Try greeting strangers with a smile, and 9 out of 10 times they'll smile back at you. You never know. The other people might be thinking of building a connection with you as well, but just didn't know how to start. You could be making excuses for not taking the initiative, but I also believe that is a form of procrastination. In that case, the best way to fight the fear is to visualize the bad consequences for not taking action. If you're not talking to the prospect, then you're almost guaranteed won't sign this person up as a client. If you're not talking to your crush, then you are almost guaranteed won't connect to him or her in the first place. If you are not applying for a dream job, then you're almost guaranteed not getting it. Well, to leave no regret, it's best to stop overthinking and take a shot regardless. Of course, there'll be times that you are not going to get a good outcome, but that's still a lot better than not trying. So in summary, introverts can also shine in life and be likable as long as you don't use it as an excuse for not trying. Remember, introverts are not shy or timid. They're just more comfortable when they are alone. And to overcome the fear of not trying, acknowledge the fact that many people are actually open to connect. And even if it didn't work out, it's still a lot better than not trying. And that's pretty much it. Comment below if you find this video helpful. That would mean a lot to me. And again, I'm a career empowerment coach. If you are feeling unmotivated or struggling at work, book a 30 minutes clarity call with me for free. Details in the description box. And I'll see you in the next video. Signing off.